Hi, welcome to Conversations with Fr Lastone Lupupa SJ. And I am Fr Lastone Lupupa SJ in this beautiful program where I want to share with you something that is very close to your heart. And I just mean that, something that is very close to your heart. As a human person, you're always looking forward to having a peaceful, free, problem life. You don't want any disturbances. And you don't want to disturb anybody either. So you want, to enjoy that tranquility. And life does not give us that kind of space where everything can just be so smooth. Sometimes you look at somebody in life and the way they are looking and you think everything is perfect. Wait until you get close to them and you begin to understand that they are also struggling. So we have words like challenge. I have got so many challenges. We have got words like problems. And there are people even specialized in problem solving. They come into your life as though they are going to finish all your problems. And some people are even highly qualified, educated, trained professionals in just tackling people's problems. We call them counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, medical doctors at the physical level. They promise that they can treat us, cure us of all our diseases and sicknesses. I want to introduce you to something that is very, very important in your life, that actually these so-called problems or challenges do not exist as challenges. They've been given to you. They have come into your life because of what you are yearning to experience. You got me right? You are yearning to experience something beautiful, something perfect. You want to pass your exam. You want a perfect marriage. You want a perfect relationship. If you are a young man, a young woman, you want a perfect mate. You want to succeed in business. You want to arrive safely at the other destiny. You want actually, just to be yourself. You want a comfortable house. You want good parents. All these things are there, and the opposite is what I want to help you, that what you are yearning has already been given to you. You cannot desire anything, you cannot yearn to have anything if it hasn't been given to you. So by default, by the heavenly settings, God has put in you to yearn for something beautiful. Let me help you understand what I've just said. Your mouth has got taste buds, and these taste buds have got heavenly settings. So sweet will be sweet, and you have an affinity to taste that which you are finally going to swallow. It doesn't matter how the food looks like, but when it comes into the mouth, you say, that's good, that's tasty. It could be a cake, it could be meat, any dish that you like so much. So our ears have been designed to listen to that music that corresponds to your inner being. And when you listen to that music, it can even play as a lullaby. It takes you to sleep. The sense of smell has been given to us so that we can enjoy the odor, the smell out there. And anything contradicting is pushing you to leave that place or to avoid coming in contact with that object which does not smell good. The sense of touch. Who wants to be touched by somebody who is rough? We want that soft touch. That touch that communicates love. A touch that communicates concern. Somebody who rubs your shoulders. Somebody who encourages you and who shows that actually they are there for you. Now, here is something that I'm trying to bring across to you. It's called the law of opposites. Yes, the law of opposites. Wherever we decide to do something, something will come in opposition to your decision. Why? So that you can fully and deeply experience that which you want. You cannot experience it to the maximum if there is no opposition. You got me right. You cannot experience anything. You cannot feel that you have won if there's no opposition. And so when people go to the Olympics, it is because you have come first with other runners, with other competitors, that you can enjoy the gold medal. If you are running alone at your own pace, why would we call you that you have won? If everything was just flowing, there would never be life. Life is enjoyable because of the law of opposites. Now, in the law of aerodynamics, the scientists discovered that for a plane to take off, it has to go against the wind. So it is the wind that is coming against the plane that pushes the plane to take off. Without going against the wind, if the plane would be flowing with the wind, it would never take off. That is the law of opposites. Now, cold is cold because you have an experience which is in your memory of something that is very hot. So you can talk about this thing is very cold. Why? Because you understand hot. Once upon a time, I looked at this tipper trucks, and I thought it was very huge. Why? Because I had just looked at a small little canter. I said, this car is very huge. And a few minutes later, I saw the unassembled tipper for the mines. And I said, wow. So this, which I called large, actually it's not large, it's not huge. There are bigger machines in this world. So that is the law of opposites. The law of opposites helps you to experience your experience deeply. Now, the problem that you have is not that you have problems. The problem that you have is not that you are coming challenges are coming into your life. The problem that you have is, and the problem that I have, and the problem that all of us have, is that we do not want to manage the opposite. If you had the skills, and if you understood that anything that is coming against you has not come to, to destroy you, but to allow you to experience deeply that which you are looking for, then you would even anticipate. Now get that word, because this is very important. You would even anticipate that, let it come. In fact, you'll be looking forward to its arrival, so that you can fully experience what you have already set your heart on. That is very interesting. Now look at a relationship. Our mothers, the so-called alangizis, or the marriage counselors, when they teach a young girl to enter into marriage, they prepare her thoroughly, and then they tell her, there's certain things that will manifest in her marriage. And they say marriage is not a bed of roses, but also there are thorns. Okay, God created the rose flower so beautiful, and don't rush to just grab it, because it has also, God put thorns there. It's a bed of roses. You find roses on your bed, and then you just want to go and lie there, not knowing actually there are thorns. Life, understand it this way, life can never be smooth. But that which you call problem is not a problem. It is for you to experience that which you have chosen, so that you can have it in abundance. Now, I was just giving an example of the aerodynamics. There are so many movements on the ground. Talk about the land trains. Talk about the vessels on the oceans. Talk about our cars. They are all moving at a certain speed, and they never take off. Why? Because they flow at a normal speed, and they don't care how long they want to go, how long it will take for them to reach their destiny. But now a scientist wanted to reach, to their destiny quicker and faster than taking a bicycle, faster than going by train, faster than by ship. And so they started thinking about a plane. And so now they wanted to fly. Now, flying is extraordinary experience. It means it's going to be faster. Now, here is the desire to get faster, to beat time. There will be a challenge. And the challenge is to understand how to manage the taking off. If you eliminate the thought of coming against the wind, then you will never take off. So you have set yourself to do business. Now, in your wanting to do business, you want to be rich, you want to make a lot of money. If you do not include challenges, if you do not predict, if you do not foresee, if you do not even deliberately invite them to test your capacity, to test your determination, then there will be no business at all. And ask any business successful person whether from the word God they never had any challenge, whether they never made any loss, whether their workers never stole from them. You have to put in place, you have to predict, you have to foresee that things are going to happen. So do you own a company? And do you have people that you're working with? Everybody, if you want the best stuff, already predict that one of them is going to disappoint you. Jesus knew that his determination to save humanity is going to cost him life. The law of opposites was applied, and Judas Iscariot emerged. Who was Judas? Judas allowed Jesus to take off into heaven. Judas came against him so that he can fulfill our saving us, our salvation. So I want you to appreciate problems. Did you get me right? I want you to appreciate problems. They have been sent, they have been given to you by the universe. The universe, I'm referring to God. God himself has given us this dichotomy, a dualistic way of living life. There is cold, there is hot. There is shyness, there is boldness. There is something smelling sweet, there is something smelling bitter, etc., etc. Why has God given us this? So that we can fully appreciate that which we have chosen. So that which we have chosen is going to be given to us when we manage the opposite. Let me be a little bit political. When we have the multi-partyism, once upon a time here in Zambia we had the one-party participatory democracy, meaning there is no opposition. And then we invited ourselves to experience multipartism. And according to multipartism, it simply means we are not going to have one political party in power forever and forever. That many people can be given an opportunity to form their political party and come into the arena and win an election. That is what multipartism is all about. Now, if you want to remain in power forever, those of you who are in power if you want to remain in power forever, then you have to learn how to manage the opposition. You have to learn how to manage the opposing force, because the opposition is actually being put there to perfect you, to make you experience what leadership is all about. So a good political leader is one who listens to those that criticize him or her. A good leader is one who pays attention to the comments, who allows the opposing voice to be heard. And I'm not talking about those criticisms that are meant to destroy or this hate speech. I'm talking about those constructive criticism. Now, if you can listen to them, read their manifesto. Okay, we are in power. This is our manifesto. And what are they talking about? They are talking about this. And what is the trend in the electorate? What do the people want? The people want this type of lifestyle. And this is what we have not provided. Is this the truth? For instance, in this case, people might be campaigning that when we get into power, we are going to give you free education, free lobola, free, everything is going to be free. Now you go to your drawing board and analyze, how do we make this which is coming from the opposite direction our own, and how do we perfect our own manifesto which we promise the people? If you manage to work with the wind that is coming against you, then instead of destroying you, the wind that is coming against the plane is not to push the plane down, but the plane has been made in such a way that it twists the wings so that the wind comes and hits it to make it lighter and fly. You don't go to the opposition as if you are landing. No, you go with the wings in the takeoff position. So in your life, be in that takeoff position. Takeoff position, meaning that whenever something comes against you, it will just push you up. It will lift you up. Another beautiful example I can give you, I'll come back to this political one, is when you go to the gym. Somebody admires, those muscular built guys, and you look and they do this and say, wow, I want to look like that. I want to have 6 packs, Now, according to the law of opposites, if you have decided to build your muscles, then you have to manage thoroughly, nicely, the pain that will come with the weights. So when you go to the weights, you start from the least heavy and you begin to build your muscles slowly. Don't arrive there and you find the guys who are already very heavy built, they are lifting heavy things, and you say, I want to start. You can't start from the university. You have to start from 0, then 0.5, then 1, 1.5, slowly, then you begin to see. Now, of course, at one time, at a particular point, you begin to feel the pain. Now, the pain is the law of opposites. What is that pain announcing? It is telling you something is happening. Persevere. Keep on lifting. Keep on keeping on. Don't stop. And you have your coach who is explaining from stage 1 to stage 2, including the diet, and also so many things. And then that is how you get to that body which you want. It's because you have journeyed with the law of opposites. If somebody says, no, me, I cannot. It's too heavy. As if somebody is forcing you, and yet that's what you want. If that's what you want, then manage the law of opposites. The law of opposites is to help you achieve, is to help you experience to the full that which you are looking for. Now, let's come back to the area of politics, because this can be very important. Some people think that they have to flow with the crowd. They have to flow with what everybody is saying. No. With the law of opposites, you have to look for that which will lift you up. And if you don't have it, let me put it this way. If you don't have it, create one. Create one. Sometimes you will be shocked that the one who was so close to you turns to be your enemy. After, talk about people who are married, after you got married, those who are very close to you, suddenly they shun you, they leave you, or they begin to talk against you. I love this song, Ameno Mafpa. Chino Chalo, Chavana Meno Kutichakuria. And when I talked to Enoch Mbewe, he called me, said, Fr Lastone, I love your analysis of this song. And I was analyzing this song, that you see, Ameno Mafpa, because sometimes we think that that which you are seeing is that which is. Okay? Whatever you are looking at is not complete. You are just having a point of view. And what do we mean by point of view? You are standing at a certain point and your view is only from that segment. You are not having the complete view. So now, when you look at someone who is smiling at you and you think that they genuinely love you or they are laughing with you, you have gone wrong. That is where amenomafpa, the teeth, they are simply bones. That is where that song becomes a hit and becomes very important. So you have to look at somebody, and when they smile at you, remember that there is something deeper behind the teeth. Okay, behind this smile, there could be something deeper. And if you cannot find it, if it is just looking so flowery, then you have to be very cautious, because life, if you have to experience life to the full, there has to be something to make you uncomfortable. Something that makes you uncomfortable is helping you to come to a full experience of what you are looking for. They tell us you have to try. If you are afraid of trying, then you have already failed. Okay, what is competition? Sometimes if somebody comes from another planet and they find, people are watching soccer and they are playing soccer, and then one would ask, but why do they have only one ball? Why don't we give them several balls? Why should they fight over one ball? That is what the game is all about, is to take this ball from the one who has it. So there is always the force, the law of opposites. That which is coming against you, especially if it is strong, then it is taking you to a higher and deeper level. So I would like to help you now, putting it in your context. What is it that is troubling you? What is it that has made you even go into depression? What is it that has destroyed your relationship or your relationships? What is it that is making you feel like you're supposed to give up? I receive so many calls. Father, please pray for me. My life is at a standstill. Pray for me. My wife has done this. My husband has done. My child is doing this. And let me tell you, I discussed the law of attraction in the previous session broadcasting. We talked about that which is like unto itself is drawn. You are attracting everything into your life. Now, listen to this. You are attracting everything into your own experience. Nothing is happening by accident. If you have your camera and you focus somewhere, the camera picks according to where you're focused. It doesn't pick what is behind you. It doesn't pick what is on the extreme left. It only picks where you are focusing. And in life, where you're focused, what you're thinking about and what you are scared of is that which is coming into your life. And what we mean by something coming into your life, it is something that is registered in your mind. It's something that becomes your emotions. It is something that eventually translates into action. You are going to act. You are going to make choices according to that which you have perceived, according to that which you have felt emotional attached to, and that you begin to believe that this is the best thing. That is the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction with the law of opposites simply says, the thing that I want so much, the thing that I am looking for, how do I attract it? Fine, I'm thinking about it. But for me to experience it, I have to understand that there will be something in opposition. And something that I call in opposition is not a discouragement, is not to pin you down, is not to squash you out, is to make you get it, is to make you enjoy it. Is to make you enjoy it. Imagine Zambia national team having practiced, having been in quarantine in camp for so many weeks, and then they think that they are going to play Morocco or Egypt or Nigeria. And then without telling them that they are playing Nigeria, you just pick a primary school team a primary school team or a secondary school team, and then those are the players. Then they are thinking that, we are playing Nigeria, we are playing a strong team. Then they find that these boys, they don't even know soccer. You think that should be soccer? You think they will enjoy it? No, absolutely not. So, in life, generally speaking and specifically speaking with precision, you are looking for something that is challenging. You're looking for something that will come against you with force. Somebody asked, but why will the priesthood? Somebody asked me, why did I join priesthood? And that person couldn't understand why such a man would want to become a priest. And he said, and then the bishop, I think it's Archbishop Mpundu, Emeritus, he said, the seminaries are full because the young men who go there, they love to be challenged. They want something challenging. If it was so simple and straightforward, nobody would go to the seminary. And this is generally speaking about married life. If you think everybody in marriage has a flow downstream, then you are lying. People come to enjoy who they are because they have worked around those differences, those issues, and when you understand them with precision, when you analyze them critically, when you understand what things are made up of, then that is breakthrough. The law of opposites is at work in your life. The law of opposites has been given to you to fully experience that which you are looking for. If you don't want to experience anything, the law of opposites does not apply. The law of opposites is only meant for those who are determined to make a difference. So the moment you just stand up to say, I want to do something in my life, the law of opposites will manifest so that you can perfect, so that you can fully experience what you're looking for. So I want to leave you with some kind of meditation, which you can look at in your own time and see how this law of attraction and the law of opposites can work in your life. Go into your room and make sure that it is completely dark. When you switch off the lights, you will experience that your eyes have nothing to record. Your eyes will be wide open, but there is nothing to see. Why? Because light is not there. And because there is no light, there is absence of experience. Where there is no light, where there is absolute darkness, there is no judgment, there is no sweetness. That is why water is water, because it has no ingredients. It is not Coca-Cola, it's not mossy. It is tasteless, it is colorless, it is smellless. When you open your eyes are open, of course, and then you switch on the lights. Do you know that immediately the lights on, there is a struggle. There is a struggle about what you are seeing, and everything that is coming into your being is asking for space. There are certain things that you will allow and other things that you are not going to allow. As you walk on the streets, you are being bombarded with what you are seeing. I don't know whether you see what I see. Sometimes you look at this damp place where there are things and you have a struggle. You are struggling. Why is it left there? And then you find people are having a conversation and their voices are up, and then you don't accept that. Now that is being drawn into your experience as a law of opposites, meaning that there is something within you, inside of you, that needs to be worked on. The outside is merely provoking you to perfect you. Oh, did you hear that? The outside is only provoking you so that you can fully experience experience who you really are. Otherwise, it is an illusion. An illusion simply means it is not real. What is real is what you're going to do with what you are looking at, what you are hearing. If I put something in the mouth is the best example of what an illusion is. The mouth, the sense of taste, does not tell you the nutritional value of what you are eating. It is the stomach, when it digests the food, that gives you what you really want. So what do you want from Coca-Cola? What do you want from Fruticana? What do you want from Moss? What do you want from all these things? It may have taste, but the stomach has another level of analysis. So the stomach is the reality. And what does the stomach do? It extracts the carbohydrates, it extracts the proteins, it extracts the fat, it extracts the amino acids, talk about the vitamins, talk about the minerals and everything, and it keeps them in the body. And that which is useless, it expels out, doesn't remain. So that is what you are up to in life. Everything that you are seeing is at the level of the mouth. When you bring them forth into your heart and then manage the law of opposites, crush them, and allow your spirit to serve. Allow yourself to meditate. Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? At that level, that is the digestion system. At the end of the day, you discover, well, I didn't grow up well in my family. That is why I'm fighting what I'm fighting. So it is not the problem that I'm seeing out there, but the problem of my history. The problem of my history. I look at a Muslim and I'm saying, wow, these people, they think they know the truth. Us who have Jesus. We are the ones who are saved, okay? I look at the non-Catholic because I'm a priest, and then I'm speaking inside of me, wow, they are cheating themselves. We have the truth. And the Pentecostal is looking at another friend. Now, the outside is neutral. It is you who does not have it. And all those conflicts inside is the law of opposites, wanting to perfect your experience. And when your experience is perfected, it is what I am referring to, that it has dropped into the stomach, and the stomach does its job. With precision, it extracts only that which is genuinely supposed to be part of you is absorbed. And should you put poison into the food, the stomach might not digest it and make it part of you, but will simply shut down your system. And so you have to be very careful on what you are looking at and how you are interpreting it, how you are digesting it. Especially whenever you feel that which I'm calling the law of opposites. Whenever there is an opposition, take your time, analyze it. And this is why I said, for those of you who are in power, when people speak against you, when people oppose your way of doing things, take it to the table and analyze it. Like a biomedician, put on the microscope, put it under the microscope and see through, multiply it times 1,000 so that you can analyze. How do they know about it? What is this all about? Why are the people opposing what we want? Have they understood? Do we claim that we understood better than them? And then why have we failed ourselves to explain it to the people? Because if the people have understood, then they'll be on our side. Nobody will oppose. If I stand up to say, now, ladies and gentlemen, we have buffet here. I want to explain to you what we have as our menu today, as our dishes. This is a paper steak. Those of you who like something chili hot, please, you are welcome. This has no chili. Don't start arguing. If this is the chef now speaking, because he is the one who was preparing, and then you say, no, he might be lying, let me just taste, and you don't take chili, you don't take pepper, then we see you coughing. But why? No, I didn't just believe what he was saying. You have damaged yourself. Life is presenting itself. in the way it is. And sometimes we would want to change things so that they can become softer, nicer. You would wish that I spoke to you softly, but I didn't speak to you softly. Why? Because I'm coming from something that has happened. You would have preferred that I put on a tie, but I didn't put on a tie. Perhaps I didn't have one. You might have said, no, but Father, you should have responded to me quietly. Why did you tell me to get away? But that's what happened. That's what happened. According to the law of the law of opposites, take it and then deal with it. It might be lifting you higher to another level. So this has been Fr Lastone Lupupa SJ with this topic, the law of opposites. I will come again to share with you some of these things that are very pertinent and very concerned to your heart. For now, ciao and God bless you.